Hello, again, number 2. Let me know if the audio levels are a bit loud or too much, and do you reckon to the white hair as such. Let me know what the score is. I'll let a few people tune in. I can see there was 20 of you waiting. Give it a second. Cheers anyway, it's Friday night. Have a beer, have a bevy, have a drink. You've got to do what you've got to do in these current stages. Hello, Mr. Toon, Ellie Brown or Demi Jones? I'll have the balls, mate, because Soph probably knows what I'll pick and it's the first one, but we won't go down that road because Soph's perfect for me. Welding in, what's going on here? Your hair, yes, my hair. It's great, isn't it? Are the audio levels perfect? Is anything lagging? I just need to know, because I've currently had to rejig the setup because the internet was being, let's say, a scrotum. Flat Cap Garage, hello. Is everything working? Evening, Tom. That's a crazy dude. It certainly is, mate. It certainly is. I've been called Philip Schofield. I've been called Dash. I've been called Draco Malfoy, Boris Johnson, people like The Incredibles, Daffyd from Little Britain, and that's the only gay in the village. I've been called that, and it's just one of those things. So yeah, apologies for the haircut if it's offensive, but I've got time off work and I thought I might as well just make the most of it. What's everybody saying tonight? Let's have a look who's in. Camera's not focusing properly on your hair. Yeah, it's the exposure. It's the exposure. I don't know why that's just held that message, Graham, but what have you put? You lucky git, mine didn't go like that from Ginger. I wasn't Ginger, I was strawberry blonde, we'll call it. Who have we got in tonight? We've got Ruben from South Africa, I believe. Hello. I hope you like the new hairdo. It's bleached in style. So tonight there's going to be a few things. I've got a couple more t-shirts to give away. There's going to be 5 questions where everyone's going to be active in the keys. And what I'm going to say is, last week people were sending me screenshots that they were first. Sadly, everyone's chat seems to be different, but my chat will probably be the most accurate because I'm the one hosting this. So whoever wins goes off my chat. Now, I'm not going to get into the rigmarole of sending screenshots for proof and all that because it's just an absolute nightmare and I've got better things to be doing. You'll have to take my word for it. It is an honest channel. I'm an honest person, and if you win, you win. So there's 5 questions. I'll pick off my screen who comes in first. The chat is set to all chats, not top chats like last week, as Cole from Classic Minute DIY kindly pointed out. And yes, everyone's comments are coming in. Is this filmed on the Canon 80D? No, it's here. Why is the quality bad? This is broken. We're going to get to this because I'm hoping there's some camera nerds that'll tune in tonight, because that's really wound me up this week. Certainly has. Are you still stocking the Team Slaphead tees? I've not done those for two years, maybe 18 months, 2 years. It was kind of a bit of a joke that did it, and it was my mate Pete from down south that started saying it, and he said you should make a t-shirt, so we did. And the design was awful. I did it on Vistaprint, and it was, you could probably say, a limited edition. It's something we could bring back, but it is a bit offensive. Slaphead, we're going into all this political correctness in the world nowadays, and I don't want to offend people. We could bring them back. It's something I've got to do in time, but as you probably all guessed at the minute, I've got so much on. I'm doing the car, I'm doing the house, I'm working. Well, I'm not at the moment, but I will be working. It's chaos. Good iPhone quality camera, mate. Thank you. It's the front-facing camera, which I'm very surprised about. However, I've got a couple of studio lights bounced around, and that's why that corner's lit up, and maybe the light's out of sight. I think it is. I'm just going to have a catch up on the comments because I've got the laptop here, you see, so if I'm not looking at you when I'm talking, I'm down here inside the car. No, we've all tried the strawberry blonde. Yes, Graham. Honestly, I wasn't ginger. I had a ginger beard, but I wasn't ginger. Okay. I really wasn't ginger. We'll leave it. I'm not ginger. I might have been a little bit ginger. Just a little bit. Maybe that much. You should make Clubman tees, Max. Yeah, I probably should. To be perfectly honest with you, with everything that's going on and the t-shirts and everything, it sounds mad. I can't say that I've not done it, because I have done. I have sold t-shirts and I have given them away. it's a very cliche thing for people that upload videos on YouTube to go, I now sell t-shirts, and yeah, it's great. It gives you a bit of income to put into the cars and produce more content. But I'm always looking to do that little thing different and put my edge on it. So regards to the t-shirts, I want to move into doing car parts. Like you've seen the gear knob, the indicator stalks and the handbrake levers, they've all had to go on hold because of the COVID stuff. But that was my spin-off of like my merch as such. So I'll be doing more stuff like that, hopefully. Wow, his comments are going a bit chaos. Let me just scroll back a bit. Matt Aya, if that's how you spell it. Hi mate, how you doing? Hello mate, all sounds good. Thank you. Looking at here. It's really difficult this, because I don't want to just keep, I said this last week, I don't want to just keep looking at this. What were you smoking when you thought of putting a VTEC in the Clubman? Haha, jokes. To be honest, Matt, I don't smoke. I've never smoked any of the what you're referring to. Got to keep it PG. And I was literally, I thought, I didn't want to do a mini, and I think I covered this topic in the last live stream. When I thought the music would stop then. When I did the last live stream, we sort of covered a bit of this topic. I wanted to do something different, a different car, because I didn't want to just keep the channel mini related, and I still don't, and I'm struggling to not do that. I want to start getting out around other classic cars, which is why I put an Instagram post on the other day, has anybody got a Morgan 3-wheeler, because it's a dream car of mine and I would like to do a video with one. So if anybody watching has got a Morgan 3-wheeler, or they know somebody that has a Morgan 3-wheeler, let me know, and we'll arrange some stuff. But in answer to your question, I bought a camper van, I got messed about with it and I sold it, and looking at it, there's no way I would have been able to do a T2 camper van bay window in here. So I bought the Clubman, and I was all for just, let's do it original and then we'll get rid of it. And then something just ticked in my head where I thought, my content's getting a bit boring now, and people might disagree with that, but I was feeling like I was editing the same stuff constantly. As like, here's a mini, I'm putting this bolt on and putting that panel on, I'm editing the same structure of videos. And then part of me was like, do I sit and do that because that's my style of editing, or I couldn't figure out what to do. So I thought, the content structure can stay the same, but the content needs to change. So although I am doing a mini and I'm attempting the bodywork, yes, I didn't do that on the last one, so the content's different in that way. And the VTEC was like, I've always wanted a VTEC car, something that's stupidly fast, and I want a bit of a sleeper. I want people to be at the lights and think, you know, well, we won't say lights, I want people to be at a track and think, you know what, that's not going to go anywhere, and then see you later. That's what I want. So that's why I went VTEC. So hopefully that answers your questions. Emma Shorrock, my bleaching skills. Yes, my sister bleached my hair, but I also had to pay her for it, considering I'm not earning as well at the moment. Dave Rooney, seems like 5 minutes since the last chat. Daniel Rooney, it does, mate. Honestly, I was so, people don't know this actually, after the last chat last week, Dave Jag, Sean C and Paul Jeffries all rang me. Dave's the guy from Austria, and he said, should we call this the after party? So I was like, yeah, why not? And literally a few beers later, 2:30 in the morning, I'd had 15 bottles of this and half a bottle of red wine, and the next day was a complete write-off. So it's not happening. Because, so that I remember it well. It does seem like yesterday, Danny. Who else has put some stuff in here? I'll have to go back a bit. Hang on a second. Why make fun of your hair? It's disrespectful. Mate, I'll laugh at myself. I've always done my hair like, just, you know, I just thought I'll do it, I'm bored, I'll do something different. And I can have a laugh at myself. Honest, people can call me whatever they can say, and I just don't take offence. So crack on, have a laugh. It is laughable. It's white hair, it's Philip Schofield hair. I look like I've gone grey in my early young years. You all take the mick. That's what I'm there for, to have a laugh and entertain. What else have we got put in here? Ben Griffin, Tom, I sent you an email, mate, about helping out with the podcast and some other bits. Don't suppose you've had a chance to see it, dude. Ben, which email did you send it to? Because I've got two. Now, on my older videos, it's my personal email, which I actually had to get rid of because I had that much spam. All these Bitcoin people got hold of it and it was just going chaos. But my new email is tom@totalcarreviews.com. So, but make sure when you type the Total Car Reviews, there's 2 R's in the middle. If you miss one, it won't go through. but I'm not quite seeing it unless it's been in my junk folder, but I'll certainly check that out because I am interested in kicking a podcast off and just general shenanigans where if we had the budget and we had decent YouTube income, which sadly doesn't exist. People think it does and it really doesn't unless you're like Colin Furze and you're doing 5 million views a video. We could potentially do the podcast live, but as I've discovered, I'm using my phone, which is a bit of a potato, and yeah, I need a lot of stuff to get live, sort of live streaming with, to be able to use this. That is the problem. I will apologise as well if you can hear people laughing in the background. My next door neighbour, who was taking the mick out of me in the comments last week, is having a quiz with his friends on FaceTime, so I'll have to bump the music up maybe, I don't know. What else have we got? Good evening, Tom. Another exciting week done. Phil Jones, yes, it has been a little bit for me and hopefully for you. Has anyone made a joke of Draco Malfoy yet? Yes, they have. I've been called all sorts and I find it quite humorous, to be honest. Cute hair. Thanks, mate. I love it being cute. Any idea of what colour you're going to paint the car, Tom? AP Mini 1976. Yes. Now, this was another question I got last week. The reason it's called the Turd Tech is because it is poo brown. So that's why it become a Turd Tech. It's a brown VTEC. And the colour will be staying the same with potentially a hint of metallic. But I'm going to be spraying the car, not in here. I've got friends that can, help me and do stuff, and I'm going to be doing the spraying with my dad. And more just to the point, because I want to say I've done everything on this car. I don't want to have to really pay someone to do it. And yeah, so we're going to stay brown, and people probably will disagree with that, but the whole heritage of what I'm trying to make, not heritage, the history I'm trying to make of the car being a Turd Tech, that is why I'm going to do it brown. Me Tango, now a member of Team Slaphead. Yes, you are. Was there a classic car in your childhood that you learned some mechanical basics on with family or a friend? Or where did it all start? Classic Mini Shorts? No. In all honesty, no. It was, I don't know what started it, to be honest. I had this again last week. I had a toy Classic Mini when I was a kid. It was always in my hand. Every time I played with the cars, got them out of the toy box, I had this Mini in my hand, and I always said I was going to have one as a first car. And then I'd seen classic cars, and playing out on my bike as a kid, there was a guy down the road that was doing a kit car AC Cobra in the garage, and I never got involved in it. I just gone past and I thought, that is, wow, cherry red, gorgeous car. And I was like, I want that, side exhaust. I never spoke to him, and I just witnessed it, the odd pass by. And I suppose that could have been the start of it. And with the basic knowledge, when I was at school, we could do something called the vocational course, which was like one night a week. You would go to college for 4 hours and do something. So it was 4 while 8. I went to a college near me and I did motor vehicle technology, but it was so bad. The course was so bad. All we did was learn how to take pads and discs off a car, and all I could say is it pretty much put the confidence in your hand to have a socket set and just undo a nut and bolt. So I had that bit of experience. And then when I had my first Mini and it broke down, I kept going up to see progress visits with Ollie and looking what he'd done on the car, and I thought, it looks mint. And when I seen him working on it, I went up once and he was welding and it just twigged, and I was like, I want to do that, I want to have a go at that, and I didn't have the space. So then I built this monstrosity, and that's where it all sort of started, really. But my advice to anybody is, you don't need experience, just get, the only thing I can say is, if it's not going to be your daily run around car and you want something as a project, buy something and just have the confidence to pull it to bits, take plenty of photos when pulling it to bits, get plastic boxes with carrier bags in, label everything up and put it back, then at least you've got some reference to how it goes back. But there's that many forums out there and videos and stuff, you can figure it out. You don't need any experience, in my opinion. Yes, you do when it comes to the technical stuff like the brakes, because at the end of the day, you're gonna drive this car and you're putting your life in it and people that are in the car with you. So always seek advice. But my thing is, most people that restore cars on the side, it's a hobby and they're not mechanics. They have a day job and they do cars. There is some people that do it and they're very knowledgeable, but I sort of rely on my friends for the knowledge. So hopefully that answers your question. Sorry, Tom, I didn't send an email. I sent you a message on Instagram. Right, I'll check for that, Ben. Sorry, mate. I've got, at the minute, I've got about 60. I think the stream's gone. Can everyone hear me? Just drop a comment and let me know. I think the stream went off then, which is highly frustrating. It's the first time it's ever happened. Is it? Are we all back? Yeah, back. Brilliant. Right. Sorry about that. I don't know what's happened. I've come off the Wi-Fi and gone on 4G instead. Right, we're all back. Somebody put a comment in which I've seen. Dewey Thomas, where and how do you find yourself projects, and is it hard to budget a project and house? Love both channels. Right, this is a difficult one to answer. I'll answer it in a couple of parts. The cars, when I bought the red Mini, which is now red, it was blue. When I bought that, I got it for 900 quid and I was like, yeah, 5 grand, it'll sort that. I didn't have 5 grand. I was like, I'll just do it in dribs. But then when you look at spray jobs, you're looking minimum £2,000 for not the best. If you pay someone, and that budget sadly just went out the window. You can do them on a budget, and a channel to really check about doing cars on a budget, especially this Clubman that's being done, is Mark Simpson's channel, Simpson Classics. Check that. He shows you different ways that you can save money on them and doing them. But I would say with the red one, I got to a point with it where it was so mint, I was like, I don't want to start putting rusty stuff back on the car. So although don't set yourself a time frame, don't set yourself a budget, just do it and drip feed it. If you smoke, stop smoking and put the money into the car. It's just my advice. And like I say, some people go out and get absolutely leathered every weekend until they can't walk with jelly legs. I've never sort of really been that guy. I've always been the guy where I'll have a few beers with my mates, and I'd rather, occasionally go out and do that, but sort of lock myself in my garage and just get on with my own little projects. The house though, that's another weird one. The house come at a really weird time. I had a Help to Buy ISA without going into all the financials of it, and it was about 3/4 of the way through, and then with all the Brexit stuff happening, I was like, well, if interest rates soar on mortgages, I'm going to be in a position where I'm not on the property ladder. And I just thought, do you know what, sack it, we'll get something. And it was like fate, something come up in a place that I love, and that's what happened. But don't set yourself a budget, save for a house, but if you get more enjoyment out of doing your cars, then prioritise that, but just keep something going in the background, which is what I did. What's going on here? Let's have a look. Have you any plans for mini car shows or events in the north progress much more? Would be interested to get involved. This is something I really want to do, but the saying cash is king is very true in life, because the cash you need behind you to host an event, even rent a field off someone, it's unreal. And I wouldn't want to be the guy that goes, yeah, tickets are this much, and then we host, and then I'm then paying everyone. I want to be in a position where it's set up, and then we can start selling tickets. We did say we wanted to do a bit of a festival sort of thing, not just for minis, more classic cars. Like we was going to call it, what was it called now? It was not a coast to coast. I think it was York. Sale to Scarborough, that was it. So everyone meets in Sale, they drive to Scarborough, but they stop off for York on a night and all camp out, have a few beers, a few live bands on, and then move on to Scarborough the next day, finish on the promenade, and that was the plan. But the money involved in it, so they haven't got, and it's a big risk to take on. Dave Jaguar, Tom, with the new haircut, you look like a bit Nordic. Cheers, mate. I've not had that one yet. That's a new one. Thank you. I hope. To be honest with you, I think the fact that the stream's gone off, I don't think it's an internet issue. I think it might be a YouTube issue, because I'm just done a test here on the computer, and I've got 70 megs in the internet and 10 uploads. So it's a bit strange that. John Junior Luke, hi. Tom, hi mate. How you doing? Have you considered doing a Riviera run? Yes, I want to do the Riviera run in Cornwall, but then again, back to the projects, the house and the car. I've got to prioritise the house at the moment, because I'm paying a mortgage on something that I'm not living in, so I need to get that sorted. Really need to get that sorted. I think there's a chat gone down. Hang on, what's this message here that's been blocked for some reason? Scarborough dudes is rubbish. I live here, but we'll be down. I actually like Scarborough. It's Caton Bay's nice. I actually like it. Hi Tom, I'm 18 years old and I started on my own Mini 1000 1977 saloon when I was 16. Christian, I've seen, well done mate, and you started a lot younger than me. I started this at about, I think I was 19, 20 I started. No I wasn't, I was 20, I'm telling a lie. I started this when I was 20, so I've been doing it 4 years, and if you've got a head start now, you're going to be miles ahead of me by the time you're 20. Do I like Mark II Granadas? Yes. To be honest with you, I like anything classic. I like classic cars. I like anything old. Luis Pedro, hello from Portugal, was that? Hello to you too. So, Scarborough's lovely, but I suppose I don't have to live there. Would be great to see you come down to Cornwall, mate, next year, 1 to 3 or mate. Yeah, I love Cornwall. We tend to go down to Padstow and Padstow, Newquay and that sort of area, Fistral Beach. Absolutely love that place. Love to come back down. Have you done any talking about swapping a Ford EcoBoost instead of a B series? Ooh, that sneaky newbie. Just why have you commented that? Is it cheaper than a Honda VTEC? I've not looked into that, but what the thing is though with a EcoBoost, you know, it's eco's in the name. VTEC, that just sounds like, mate, kudos, cred straight there. I could potentially be interested in that though, but if you've got any info on it, let me know. If it's cheaper and it's could get a donor car easier, which I suspect I could, as long as it's not a diesel, then yeah. Stacey Donnelly, hi Tom, I noticed you follow Steve Motorco and wondered if you could recommend anyone like them in near Manchester who could help me with my Mini 1001 special, as I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. Stacey, don't pay people. Yeah, I follow Steve Motorco. Sadly, they're in British Columbia, I think, which is Canada, that sort of area. Great guy, their content unreal. I'm pretty sure they have a film crew with those people doing that. It's great stuff. Knowledgeable guys as well. There's a few people. There's a guy that's got a place in Stockport called Minicanics Paul. He's on Instagram. That guy, honestly, as far as price, reasonable price, and with the work that he does, I know he sprayed Alex Toon's van and he's very happy with it, but he takes on all sort of mini restorations and aspects. But check them out, Minicanics in Romley, Stockport. They're on just off a farm. Really nice guys, and he gave my Mini a really good service before I did London to Brighton the other year, so I'd check him out. But other than that, little jobs, you just have a go at it yourself and then probably try paying someone. That's me anyway. What else has anybody said? Sean C, oh my effing G, check your nut out, Tombo. I know, I like it. What does everyone think, by the way? I know it's a shock at first, but I've had this for 4 days now and I really like it. You'll all have to let me know. But it's beer time. The 1 litre EcoBoost is an epic engine and so light, would probably be awesome in a Mini. Andy Whitelaw. That sounds a shout, but who does the subframes? Is it something I'd have to do myself? Because I don't really want to go into that. Sophie Julian, Phil Jones, love your comment. I think you'll hear wedding bells with the Minis before any others. Right, I think I've missed Phil Jones' comment here. What's Phil put? Let me try and find it, because I think Sophie's jumped on something. Big question, wedding bells. Oh, why have you done that, mate? That's not bro code. Oh, not anytime soon. Me and Soph, we want it to happen, but we've got so much stuff to do before that. House, we've not even been on an abroad holiday. Well, been abroad to go, but we've not been on a proper beach holiday for like 2 weeks, and we said we want to do that before everything happens. Get all the things we want to do out of the way, because once then toddlers come round, I'm sure Mr. Toon knows, things sort of go on hold. Where's the missus, Tommy boy? She's at home because she doesn't live with me. So because of this corona stuff, we've actually not seen each other now for 8 weeks, 6 or 8 weeks. It's been difficult with FaceTime. So yeah, sadly I'm not seeing her, but without seeing her, she knows I get to massage more time into this. KJB Fabrications is the man for the mini engine swap subframes. Yes, he is. Kieran is the top guy. I know him. He's doing the subframe for this because I am going to go VTEC. So, Sean is Scottish lads. He's just having a dig. Right, hang on. Let's go back because it's gone chaos. This. Can you tell us once and for all if blondes do have more fun now that you have joined the lot? David Snipes. I don't know, you know. I must admit, it's a bit fun when I look in the mirror when I've got out of the shower because I'm like, oh, what's happened with that? Where's that come from? But yeah, it's different. It's one of those things. It'll grow out, but I actually quite like it. The only thing I've got, yeah, is I sort of manage a few lads at work, and when I do go back, I really don't think any of them are going to take me seriously anymore. If I ask them to do something, they're just going to come out with Goldilocks and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. But it's a laugh, it's all for fun. I'm in the process of swapping a micro engine into a 1975 Clubman Estate, Samuel B. Well, that sounds interesting. Is it a straight swap? Is it difficult? I don't really know much about that. I'm pretty sure Alex Hart said he was going to do this a long time ago, but I've not spoken to him recently because we've been busy, but I don't know if he's still doing that, but it'd be interesting to see the outcome of that. Wow, I need to catch up here. Do you think a 13-year-old should buy a cheap Mini and do it up for my 16th birthday? Hang on, the comments are just all getting blocked for some reason. Yeah, Max, in fact, you've just reminded me, prior to the other question, when I was younger, I wanted to do it in the garage. Pardon me. I wanted to do it in the garage, and it was actually a Ford, what was it? Capri. I wanted to do a Capri because my dad drummed it into my head that a Capri would be great. And was good in the other garage. I was into music massively. I play guitar and I used to be in a band, and I wanted a recording studio at home, like a homemade one, or a room where we could practice. So we divided the garage by half. It was either do that or restore a car, and at the time music was a passion, and I chose to do the room with. Thankfully, my mum let me do it, and my granddad helped me do it, and we chose that room. So, yeah, could have got into it a lot earlier. If you've got the chance to get into it, and you've got parents and family that are willing to support you and help you, Max, just get on with it, do it. Honestly, you won't look back. I really enjoy it. What's your plan for the weekend? I'm fitting a starter motor to the Metro tomorrow, then doing the sales on a Mini Reese J. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I might do a few bits on this. I've got to take the jig off and then start to cut the heel board out. So I'll be doing that. And one thing that has happened, which I don't know if everyone's filled in on, since me going into this furlough leave with work, the first week my laptop broke with Apple being closed, and my next door neighbour had cut through the fibre optic cable coming into the house. So we had no internet, I had no laptop. So all the editing went on hold. Then I managed to take the courage of buying the parts to fix a laptop and did it myself, which was very nerve-wracking. Anyway, fixed it. A week later, my welder broke. Everywhere was closed, and I was like, oh my God, please, what have I done to deserve this? Again, managed to fix it. And then 2 days ago, this broke. And I'm fuming because it's 13 months old. It's only just gone out of warranty, and it won't show anything on the screen. So I've been having to make videos with my iPhone, and it's reminded me of sort of how lucky I am really with my girlfriend that bought me this, because I used to make videos on my phone and use a little really rubbish camera, and the awkwardness of doing it, it's just made me realise how lucky I am. But sadly I can't fix it. I spoke to Canon and they have got no idea when they can fix it because of this corona stuff. Gentleman's Motor Racing Team, hi mate. I am welding away in the workshop watching your live stream. Kev, well mate, doesn't that sound saucy? I know for a fact, I think you was here for the full stream last week, so thank you very much. I hope the welding's going well, and I hope there's another Mick Take video coming out. Right, what we're looking at here, I've missed loads again. Can you tell us once and... No, I've seen that one. Simon Webster. Well, I would say you're not the only gay in the village with a hairdo like that. I know, daffod. How about a Yamaha R1 engine? They do kits for that as well, Camsty one. Do you know what, right? This is, I think this is the problem with the perception of YouTube. Like, I don't know how I come across, but building these cars, it's expensive, but I do it slowly, and I look at a Honda conversion, I'd love to do it, but the cost of the kit to do it's unreal, and I couldn't afford it. And I like to do things, you know, happy medium. I don't want to do it on the cheap, and I don't want to do it on the expensive. I'll do it in the middle. But it's one of those, really. I'd love to do it, but sadly it doesn't fit the budget. Not until we're smashing the views on YouTube anyway. Don't rush on a proposal, not the right time for you. Certainly not, mate. Enjoy the peace. No comment. Someone on YouTube has done a 3-cylinder 1-litre EcoBoost estate. Sounds mint. I need to look into it. A lot of people have said it. I want that sound, and I want the engine bay to look cramped. I want to open it and think, how is that fitted in there? And we're going to do a flip front for it. Hi, it's Sam Buzzwell. Hi, I'm just curious, mate. Did you get my email with my address? The internet has been a bit shit, so don't know if it's right. Yeah, right. I needed to address this. Actually, you reminded me. Everyone that won the t-shirts last week in the quiz questions, I've not posted them yet because there's more going to go out tonight. So once this is done, then I've got them all, and I'll do it in one hit. I just didn't want to be making unnecessary trips, but yeah, I got your email, mate. It's on the flagged queue, and I'll be picking it up soon. Right, for some reason, the chat keeps blocking people's messages. Classic Mini Garage. Yamaha R1 engines are produced to pull 180 kilograms bike, not a 650 gram car. That's a very good point, actually. Tom, I have a big dream. If you can follow my restoration Instagram, that would make my year. Mini.restoration. Just drop me a message on Instagram so I don't forget. I can't go in at the moment because I'm using my phone for the stream, but I will do that for you. Sophie, I can hear you in the background. Yeah, I know, it's really, he's loud. When he's had a beer, he gets a bit rowdy. Andy Whitelaw, been waiting 2 years to start mine due to no power where the car is stored. Was going to start building my garage at this house this month. This fire has put an end to that idea, and now I don't have the cash. If you're going to build a proper garage, then fair enough. This originally cost me £150 just for bits of 3x2. This Thorlux cheap, Coralux cheap corrugated plastic sheeting, and then add tarps either end. But then when things got a bit different, I spent about another £180 on it, on some timber to do that wall, the doors, and I did that basically. You can build them on a budget. It is awkward. The only thing that I struggle with this is the head height is perfect, the length is brilliant, it's the width, because I'm on a drive, it's 2.4 meters wide. If I want to drag my welder, the leads aren't long enough to go to that car, so I've got to drag my welder out the garage, lift the car over, drag it back in. So you can imagine that jig the other day, which I've not filmed, when I was tacking it all into position, the car was upside down, I did this side, and I tacked that, and I was like, I need to go and tack the other side in now before I properly weld it. So I had to take everything out, move the car over, come round, and I have to do it all again twice. So it is awkward. Most people probably say, well, why not just spin upside down? But imagine lying on the floor and welding up and getting all them spats falling on you. No thanks. Don't want to get involved in that. Kev from Gentleman's Motor Racing Team. Oh yes, the Mick takes are going to happen. I am making storyboards and making props. Good lad. If one can just be so lucky to win the lotto. Is that me, Ruben, or you? If you had to choose out of all the Mark Minis, what would you choose and why? Jordan Barlow. I love the Mark 1s, but sadly I think the Mark 1s now, with the money that they're sort of fetching, the more museum pieces rather than daily drivers. and not daily drivers, you know, Sunday drivers, you can probably take them out. But a lot of people that I see with the Mark 1s at the shows, they're wheeling them in with cellophane on the tyres, and I'm not interested in that if you ask me. But I like the Mark 1s, but I'm happy with my Mark 3, Mark 4, I don't know what it is. Someone will probably correct me in the comments. Why is it blocking these emails? Any advice for someone starting a full mini restoration project, or things you wish you knew before you started Flat Cap Garage? I was thinking about this the other day. Something came to my head where I was like, I wonder if I'd have known that. And all I can say is, in fact, this is the best bit of advice I can probably give anyone. If you buy a car and you look at it and you think, do you know what, in 12 months' time this is going to be done, don't forget it. Just forget it, especially if you're new to it and you don't know what you're doing. Forget the time limits, forget the budget, just tinker away at it. I've been in here now, I've been off nearly three weeks, and I've been in here 10 days, and I got to the point the other day where I was so drained. I was like, I can't do this. Why is this going on? And I was getting fed up with it. And when that happens, walk away, because a tool will get thrown, something will happen, and you'll just make it worse. So the second you're getting frustrated or tired, leave it and come back to it. That's the only advice I can say, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on with this car off camera that people don't see, with the swear words, the cursing. It might look easy through a video camera. It isn't, it's hard, but I wouldn't ever say don't have a go at it. Andy Taylor, hi from Ireland. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, mate. Thanks for the shout out, but that wouldn't survive here in winter. I'm 250 metres back from the North Sea and 250 metres up, so no shelter here in the winter. Yeah, I didn't realise that. I'm quite lucky where I am. I'm sort of sheltered. When will your indicator starts ready to purchase? Jack, biggest fan. Yeah, I mentioned this a minute ago, Jack. I think you probably wasn't on. I'm stuck because the manufacturer that makes them can't get access to his workshop because of what's going on in the world, so everything's gone on hold. So when everything's back to normal, they'll be out. So sorry about that. I think YouTube are deleting anything to do with the virus. So I've got to stop saying it then, I think. Have you finished your car yet? No, I've not finished the car. Really wish I finished the car. Sophie, can I join in the raffle this time? And if I win, give the prize to someone in the live chat. What does everybody think of that? Let me know. Right, I think that does bring us on to the raffle. I'll just do a few questions. I'm probably going to not stay on for as long as I did last week. I've got a couple of t-shirts. Sadly, they're in one size, XL. So have it for painting, do what you want to do, I don't know. XL t-shirts. We've got this one that says, oh shit, it's the Rozzers. And I've got that one that says, Rust, you mean weight reduction. All in size XL. I just need to turn the exposure down on this because I think my hair's blinding you. 1 second. You'll have to bear with. I don't know what it's going to be like. I think I'm out of shot now. Let's just ramp it down. Oh, that'll be better. So, yeah, I've done 5 questions and there's 5 t-shirts to win. And then once everyone's picked, and I will reiterate, it's the first message that I see. There was a few screenshots that come in last week, and yeah, your chats were different to mine, but sadly I think mine's going to be more accurate because I'm the one that's hosting it. So let me get the first question up. I hope you're all ready for this. Right, this one is car related. There's a few that's car related. You'll have to let me know what you think. But if you like cars and you've heard people take the mick out of brands and you like memes, then you might know what this means. So if we could have a quiet in the comments, because it will be the first answer I see. And the question is, what manufacturer of car carries the slang term, fix it again tomorrow? So what manufacturer of car carries the slang term of fix it again tomorrow? No, not Ford. Next one, Fiat, Reese J. You were the first one that I found that. Reese, you have 1A t-shirts, so hang on. 1 second, I'll put your name in. Reese. Everyone else that got the answer right. Dave Jag, Sam Buswell, everyone, Will Jones. Well done for getting it right, but sadly I can only go off what's come up on my laptop first. Reese J. Reese, you have won. Can you do me a favour? Can you send me an email with your address on and what t-shirt you want, whether it's the Rust one or the Oh Shit one. So that you need to send me an email to tom@totalcarreviews.com. That's tom@totalcarreviews.com. Make sure there's 2 R's in the middle. Send me an email to there with your address on and whether you want the Rust or the Oh Shit one, and I will get that sent out to you. Right. I think I must be behind seeing all the answers before I heard the... This is the problem with streaming. It's this. Do you know what? I think this must happen on television, because I've been in my house where my TV's saying the words before my mum's TV is downstairs. But everyone, yeah, Fiat was the correct answer. Fix it again tomorrow. There is some gorgeous classic Fiats though about. Right, I've got 3 questions. So Reese, can you just make sure you send me that email, please? I know Dave said it's fix it again, Tony. Yeah, sorry, Dave. I think what a lot of people said to me have said it's fix it again tomorrow. Whether it's been lost in the eras, it's probably that. Right, next, do we want another question? I don't know, has Reese gone quiet in the comments? I'm not seeing what t-shirt he wants. I'll put it in the chat 1 second. At Reese J. Right, I've just dropped it in there. Right, so we'll do another question. We might as well. It's Friday night. What does this say? Andy Whitehall, he's drinking Corona. Stay away, everyone. It's cheap at the moment, and do you know what? This is how deluded people are. People are not buying it, because you go to Asda, Morrison's, all the beer's gone and Corona's still there, and I happen to like it, so I'm drinking it. Right, next question. This one, I think a lot of people will get this, and it's a descriptive answer, so the first one that I see it, same as Scott and Dave, send me a 6-pack. Right, next question. What have Audi, Skoda, Seat and Porsche all got in common? So what has Audi, Seat, Skoda and Porsche all got in common? Go. Vag, do I let that happen? Leon. Oh, come on, I need more. Vag, oh, yeah, everyone's put Vag group. Yeah, Vag, I'll let you have it. So, Leon, did you win last week? Yeah, it's still, Marlon David's, it's still live. No way you're watching from New Zealand. That's unreal. Right, so, R53, Leon, if you, just let me know if you won last week, mate. I can't really, you know, if you've already got a t-shirt, then I'll let it go to someone else. He's won now though. Right, no worries, fine. Do you want to send me an email to that email address with whether you want the Rust or the Oh Shit one? Well done. I will put your name on the list next to the answer. 53 Leon. Send me an email and I'll do that. Craig from Birkenhead, hello. Right, so you've won that. I need to catch up on these comments. Hang on, what's this? Some parts, but Porsche had tax on. Same parts, but Porsche had tax on. All German built. No, I was looking for the VAG group, so well done. Have you done any more on the house? Phil Hammer. Phil Hammer. Yes, I have, Phil. I've not done anything while I've been off work. You guys will think I've done more because I've not released a video on it, and the video comes out on Sunday at 8 o'clock. It's just about, you know, getting the rest of that steel in and finishing everything off. So that's out. I've not been to the house for 6-7 weeks now. I need to get there, to be honest. I'm missing out on loads of stuff that I could be doing. It's one of those things, but I'm itching to get it done. I need to get it done, and I just want to get there. Ruben, can I pick a random person? I could, Ruben, but the problem is with that, I just feel it could be biased, whereas if I give people the chance to interact, I think it's a bit more fun. Elwood Mini Works, hi Tom, will you be putting all round discs, brakes on the Clubman? I won't be putting discs on the back, I'll be sticking to drums. I don't know actually, that's a good point, because then maybe I could do handbrake turns. Well, I could do handbrake turns anyway. Definitely discs on the front, it's going to need discs because of the power that's going to have in it. and I will be upgrading everything running gear wise just to cope with it, because I don't want to. You put a big engine in a car that's designed to do 70 mile an hour at max, and all of a sudden it can do 130. You need to start looking at things. Reese, what do I think of metros? In all honesty, I hate them. And that's no disrespect to what everyone, if people have got one. It's just when I was growing up, my nan's next door neighbour had one, and I just used to look at it and just think it just looks like a noddy car. I've just got no interest in them, sadly. Hi Albino Tom. I've had that as well. Did I say I'll come on the Riviera run? I want to do it, it just all depends on what I get done on the house, Sam. Matt McCabe, slam the van and put her on airbags and get a rocket bunny involved. Sounds a plan. If we can do some collab, then potentially, but it depends on the body mods. If I've got to do loads of body mods and fork out a load of money on it, I'm going to struggle. Let's have a look. I think I've missed loads of you on here. Got 60 litres of homebrew here, much cheaper. What percentage is that? So, hang on. I have the best of both worlds, Mini and Metro, but Metro is up for sale this weekend due to having too many cars. Fair play, if you've got both. I think a Metro was, I think what they tried, obviously, the thing that irritates me with Metro is they've got the Mini engine in them, and it looks a lot more modern car, but it's just not as iconic as a Mini. The Mini, that face is transplanted across all new Minis. So I really think, that, I don't know, I just prefer the Minis. One car that I've got my absolute dream of, and something that I would, if I owned this car, I think I'd die a happy man. There's many other reasons why I'd die a happy man, but I think this one car that I really want. And I say one car, but I'm torn between the two. Now, my affordable, I say affordable, it's not affordable yet, it could be in a couple of years. I really want a Morgan three-wheeler with the V-twin engine. People will probably think why. I just think they look so cool. They look really like 1940s. They look amazing, and they sound ridiculous. And I just think I saw one up in Buxton Valley, up through there. I pulled into a petrol station to put some fuel in the Mini, and he pulled in behind me, and I was just like, it looks unreal. So it'd be a Morgan three-wheeler, or the other one is I really want a Singer Porsche 911, and it's got to be a Singer one. I think if I ever owned that car in my life, I would probably never get rid of it, and I could probably say I've completed the car dream then. Beer number 3. Winter is coming. Certainly is now. No idea the percentage, but it does the job. Cider and wine. I used high alcohol yeast, so it's got a punch. I'd be on the floor after one of those. Does the quarantine thing mean we could be seeing more progress on the van? Do you know what? This is something I have learned in this process. The progress I have made on this car in the past 3 weeks has been ridiculous. And I think if I'd have spent just my evenings doing it, it probably would have took me months. So I've smashed a lot of work off, but sadly, there's not a lot of video behind it because I've done one side and I thought there's no point filming the other side. So it probably took me, I think, 18 hours to do. Sounds ridiculous. Don't forget, I'm extreme measures doing it in here. 18 hours to repair all the toe board and cut it all out and get everything lined up, weld all the flooring, and weld the bottom of the flitch panels in. And then I had to do the same on the other side. So there's 4 days there. So there's a lot of progress been done, but for the camera there's not been as much progress really. Eminem, look bro, certainly is, because this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me. Chug, 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 Mark. I've got a VW Lupo. What are your thoughts about a 1.8 Seat Cobra engine swap? Craig. The problem is, a lot of people are throwing engines at me going, do this, do that, do that. I don't know if it's doable. I'm going down the Honda route because it's been done before. It's been proven, it's been tested. Everyone knows it works. Yeah, there's a lot of torque steer. but I just wanna go with the flow with that. A lot of work, yeah. Sometimes you've got to just get the graft done though, mate. Takes triple the time when you have to keep picking the camera up. Yeah, it does, and that's why I filmed one side and I thought, you know what, sack this, I just need to, and it's even more difficult now, the fact that this is broke and I'm using my phone. And the other day I was getting so wound up with it because I couldn't angle it right, and I just, in the end, I went, sod it, I'm not filming it. And it is a bit disheartening because I want to keep you guys motivated and I want to give you stuff to watch, but then if I'm just doing it all on my own, it's not right, is it really? Tom, the lockdown has allowed me to get Annie back on the road. Yeah, as Sean C's channel, he bought a Mini, gorgeous Mini. The registration on it is BMC 3T, which I think is such an iconic reg. Great reg, but he's got it MOT, it's passed and it's back on the road. Oh my god, everyone's going mad with the engines tonight. Tom, put a 2JZ engine in the back. What you know, I might have a go at things and I might be skilled in some aspects, but I don't know what people think I can do with that. Look, I'm in a shed with a roof that flexes when I push it. How am I going to do that? Max Cooper, would you rather have a 105E than a Mini done for your 16th birthday? Mini all the way, mate. Do it Mini. Yeah, Mike, that is a great idea, but I couldn't do that. In fact, Mike, if we want to do that, you can have this turd up at your workshop and you can do it. That RG is worth more a year. That reg is worth more than your house, Sean. Yeah, I think it is. He needs to get rid. Escort Martin Mexico. I know someone that's got one of those and been offered the keys to it, but I'm too scared to drive it. I think it's question time. Who's ready for a question? Right, the next question, really easy one, and I hate this term, but are you ready? Is everyone listening? Greetings from Malaysia. No way. Who would have thought this all goes out? Right, I'll pick up the comments in a minute. So, the next question, a really easy one, I think. Ready? I'm watching the comments. Is everyone ready? Oh, is everyone ready? They're all still coming in. Questions? Right. He's keen. Marlon's keen. Right. What does sports... No, hang on. I've just said the question. I've just got so... Right, we'll have to pick a different one. Sorry about that. I've just said the answer. Music question next. Music question. We'll do that. And it might be a difficult one, this, but it's a song that I really like. Kevin, he's starting with the potatoes again. Right, so, music question. I hope you're all... Yeah, sports utility vehicle. How did you know that? The question was, what does SUV stand for? But we've eliminated that. Right, the next question is, it's a music question. Which band or artist wrote the song Money for Nothing? That's which band wrote the which band or artist wrote the song Money for Nothing? Go. No, not Kings of Leon. Give him a Dire Straits. Joe Mergens. You got that, mate. So that's Joe Mergens. He's won that. Everyone else that's getting it correct, well done to you. Joe, do you want to tell me whether you want the Rust or the Shizer? So you've got the choice of... Sadly, they're only in XL. You've got the Rust one or you've got the Police one. If you want to drop me an email to tom@totalcarreviews.com, that's tom@totalcarreviews.com, with your address and what shirt you want, I will get it in the post with you. Oh God, I won. Yeah, you did, mate. Well done. Don't know, but it's on my playlist. At least you're honest. What's going on here now? The amount of folk that have asked to buy that plate is unreal. Sean, get it sold. Just get rid of it. Honestly, you need to. Or better still, just put it to auction with a reserve on it. Stephen King, a chap near me is putting a turbo rover engine in the back of a Mini with my running gear in a one-car garage. How? Do you know what? Hat off to these people. And well, do you know what? If he's doing that, then I can't compete with that. I think there's a lot of confidence issues with it because I'm not used to doing stuff like this. And another thing, I'm not making excuses. This actual garage floor, it isn't level. It starts up here and it ends down there. We're on a drive, so I've had to box it all in. Will a Mini rust if it was under a waterproof cover? Do you know? Well, this is the difficult one. Minis will rust regardless because they sweat, they trap condensation, and they rust. So the things you can do to prevent it is a lot of wax oil in places that happens. My red Mini, I went to see it the other day to start it, and because I needed to drop some essential gifts, food off to family members. So I went to it and I started it up, and the chrome bumpers have actually started rusting, and it's only been sat there since January. And the chrome bumpers, the only reason they've rusted is because they're cheap copies from a manufacturer that I won't name. Mark Knopfler was born on the same street as my dad in Glasgow. No way. Okay, my homebrew cider is working now. I'm shit-faced. I am from Spain. You're getting out there. Thank you. Tom, I win as I have the correct answer. Just kidding. Oh God, the amount of emails I got with that last week. Jimmy Thomas, quality videos always keep me entertained. Keep it up, mate, and welcome to beautiful Wales. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mini performance, that word you've put in there, I can confirm it's correct, but I'm not going to say it on camera. Are we planning a Europe blast? Well, funny you say that, because about 12 months ago, before myself and Mr. Toon got ridiculous commitments with him having a child and me having a house with the missus, we was planning to drive the Minis to Paris. And then we looked on the congestion that Minis are actually banned in Paris. So we was going to do it abroad, but I think IMM 2021 is going to be the one. Will you be doing any other mods to the Clubman other than a VTEC engine? For example, a badass speaker system. I'm not into speakers, I never have. I always think it's I won't say what it is, but it's not a look I tend to go for. It's it's not my thing really. It's a bit Need for Speed, that sort of stuff. Fast and Furious. I like the vintage look. The club is going to have a roll cage in it, and it's basically going to look like a fast road car, so it'll have bucket seats in it, and there'll be a few mods that way, but subtle stuff really. Where's the missus? Right, I have this question. So, a few people are asking this. I don't know why you all want to see my missus. It's a bit worrying. But I've not seen her for a few weeks. Cole's here. Hey man, hope you're doing well. Can't stay long, but wanted to say hi. Hi mate. I hope you're doing well. And Cole is my American overseas friend. If you want to check his channel out, please check it out. The missus is sadly at home. We've not seen each other for about 6 or 8 weeks now because of this COVID stuff, so it's been a bit difficult, but thanks to the likes of FaceTime and live streams, this has been great. Get it out on a track day with me when it's done. Mike, that's the plan, but your driving is absolutely insane. Mike Phillips in the comments, he probably won't like me saying this, and I apologise, but Mike has got an M5 Touring, so it's an M5 Touring, and it's gorgeous. And he's all, this is the really ridiculous thing is, with his M5 Touring, he tows, and this is no joke, he tows a Mark II RS2000 rally car to rally days, and he rallies it. And he took me out in it last summer, and we come out of this like road that wasn't a public road, it was an area where this could happen, and he did a drift, and I absolutely cacked my pants. He's a good driver, but I think I'll be worried. But yeah, I'll take the club on a track when it's done. Agree with you on the speakers, mate. Nice to keep it vintage and classic, looking like your red Mini's interior. Yeah, I don't want to go for something like with the red. I want to go for a similar sort of stitch pattern with the red Mini's interior, but I want it to be more race spec. I don't want it to have a comfortable interior inside. I want to get out and think, I'm aching now, I'm old, that sort of thing. What do you think of the Mighty Car Mods VTEC Mini? I really like it, and I've actually got a story about Mighty Car Mods, and most people probably won't believe this, but Blair Jocelyn, who is actually Moog, before they got massive, when there was about 50,000 subscribers, I noticed that he said in a video that he was producing his own music, and at the time I had the music room in the other garage, so I dropped him a message on Facebook showing him my studio, saying, what do you think, have you got any pointers? And we had a bit of chat to and from, and then long and behold, they're huge now, and that's my little claim to fame. I'm here, guys. If Tom lets me, I'll make an appearance soon, but so long as Tom's doing what he wants, I'm proud. Aw, isn't she cute? Surprised Tom can see his beer bottle after. Do you follow Stephen Monaco? Magazine, mini, so beautiful guys. Yeah, I do. I've watched their stuff. I think it's great. Maybe some airbrushing in the engine bay, mate. Yeah, it's a possibility. I'm going to do the old-fashioned BMW style flip front on the Mini. So what a lot of people do is with the VTEC Minis, they either take the front end completely lifts off, or they make it so it flips back up to the windscreen. But I want mine to sort of, say this is the windscreen, I want mine to flip forward like that, and then you can have the option to take it off. I just think it'll look cool. George, I don't know why, mate, but your message is restricted for some reason. I don't understand. Hi Sophie, glad you're Michael, I am getting close to having my Mini back on the road. So close, my girlfriend moved out, so she doesn't get dragged to show. Seriously? No way? Mighty Car Mods and Total Car Reviews should do a video together. Marlon, dream on, mate. Have you seen the size of those guys? The subs they've got, the views they got, a guy like me's got no chance of getting involved in someone like them. I'd love it more than the earth just to get involved in it, but sadly it won't happen, I'm afraid. I'm not saying it won't, I want it to happen, but I don't think it will. Look at Project Binky, where's that gone? On how to do a flip front that comes off, mate. Hey Ross, yeah, I've seen that video, it was great. A motorised one. God, I might be an electrician, but I don't know you think I am. Hi Tom, have you had any interest in the old engine for sale yet? George, I have. There's been a few people messaging me, had a few offers, and to be honest with you, the only reason I'm not sold it is in case something drastic happens and I can't afford a VTEC for this, but I want it gone, to be honest. It's gathering dust there, I'm having to drag it out of the garage, so if you want it, just let me know and we'll sort something out. Mike Phillips, what's this? So I think it's question time again. We've got, here we go. So the last question, I'll get another one from some point because I know I said 5 and I sort of gave one away. So the last question is, and it's nice and easy, I'm pretty sure everybody knows this show because it's world famous, but name the 3 people that currently present Top Gear, and that's the first names and the last names. So that's name the 3 people that currently present Top Gear. That's the first names and the last names. Go. Watching the comments like a hawk. Oh. Now you've got to name all 3. Yeah, old Top Gear is best, but anyway, carry on. Wow, people don't watch this. Oh, Elwood Mini Works, Paddy McGuinness, Freddie Flintoff and Chris Harris, and extra points for correct spelling. Elwood Mini Works, you've won. Do me a favour, mate, send me an email to tom@totalcarreviews.com. Make sure there's 2 R's in the middle. Let me know your address and what shirt you want, and we will get that posted out to you. A lot of people got their answers right, but sorry, sadly, it's the first one that comes up on here that wins. Yeah, Graham, the lengthening of the subframe, lengthening of the car, it's a Watson's kit where you have to do that. You have to extend the car by about 90mm, and in my opinion, it looks dog shit. But the KJB Fabs, he makes a kit where you don't have to extend anything. You have to mod the bulkhead, but you don't have to extend the car, and I think it's a really good kit, and that's what I'm going to be using. Grand Tour all the way. Yeah, I love the Grand Tour, and I believe they were doing a live stream at 7 o'clock, which I didn't check in on because I was flapping about getting set up for this one. But honestly, I love that program. I love all car programs, and you never know. That's my aim really, because I always find where with the programs that you see on TV, like the Top Gear, the Grand Tour, when they've finished, because the seasonal programs, you're like, oh, what can I watch now? And you end up watching like Love Actually with your missus or something. So when I do my videos, I hope people, it's to try and fill that gap, and I hope people sort of get that thing for it. New Top Gear is a load of cack. To be honest, mate, I actually disagree with that. I think it's really good. If anyone is having a bad day, my 2-year-old on the bedroom floor this morning, then went downstairs and went, oh, is that the cider kicking in? Because that's why you're drinking that, and then it's to forget about that. Jackley YT. Am I going to have a go at wiring this? Right, this is a good question, because my mate Kieran, he makes wiring loom kits for it, and someone that's got an electrical background, yeah, should have a go at doing that. But there's a saying called time is money, and I want to get this car on the road as soon as possible so we can move on to bigger and better things. So I might have a go at it, see what's involved. If not, I'll probably just get Kieran to do it, and it's just a case of throwing it in and getting on with it. Gentleman's Motivation Team, EV is the future. It certainly is. Now, my mate Peter Greaves, Petrol Ped, he's got a YouTube channel. His mate actually runs a business where they restore classic cars, but they put electrical running gear in it, EV gear, so they can either run on like Teslas or they can run on BMs and stuff like that. And he's got a T2 pickup truck, VW, and he's put a Tesla running gear in it. And Peter Greaves, believe it or not, off the back of his YouTube videos, got a deal where he presents a TV show that they're making about it. So soon, this summer hopefully, there'll be a TV program coming about restoring classic cars with EV running gear, and Petrol Ped will be presenting it. When you say bigger and better things, I hope it means minis. Sadly, Reese, it doesn't. I want to get away from it, to be honest. As much as I love them, I'll always be tinkering on them, but I want to do. I feel bad because I've sort of created this perception where the channel's just solely become about minis, and I never ever wanted that, but I didn't realise how much time these cars involve. But I want to move into different cars and stuff. They in the washing machine. Oh, David Snipes, the TV show is airing already. Apologies, I must have seen an old video of his when he told me then. Fair enough, the video is airing already. Do you know of Car Pervert? Yes, I do. Johnny Car Pervert. I believe he used to do a bit of fifth gear. Tried to get in touch with that guy. Not really got any response off him, but I like his videos. There's another guy as well called Jimmy DeVille that presents Goblin Works Garage. He messaged me a few months back saying that he likes my work, and then I messaged him back, and then I heard nothing of that also. And then, believe it or not, a guy called Tim Shaw lives up the road. It presents Car SOS. Sort of got his phone number. I've had a chat with him a few times, but very busy man, really busy. The amount of stuff he gets involved in is inspirational, to be honest. I had Kieran do mine, swap to free up time to get on with my bits. Would have a go at spraying it yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spray it myself. Name dropper. No, I'm not. I appreciate that might have come across bad. I'm not trying to name drop, honestly. There's a few. It's mad with the car people how you see them on TV and you think, oh my god, they must live somewhere, you know, well out the way. And it was a bit of a weird one with Tim. I bumped into him when I was on a walk, and I said, what are you doing around here? And he's like, I live here. And he's been living here all these years, and I'd never noticed. But yeah, it'd be good to get in with those people, not just for getting in. Not even that. I know they've got some very nice metal. They've got metal being cars and getting involved to show people, but they don't want to do it. They want to keep it to themselves. You know Tim Shaw, lucky bugger. Yeah, he's all right, mate. He's a nice guy. Like I say, I've been to his unit and that. He wanted his unit rewiring, so I went to look at it for him and let him know roughly how much it was going to cost. Do love an MGB, yeah, I like those. Have you seen Hubnut? Yes, I've seen Hubnut. Again, messaged that guy. We was going to do something before all this happened. Then it died off, and then I know he went to New Zealand, so not really been in touch with him since, but his videos are great. And I actually like the fact that, did he emulsion a car? He painted one of his cars with blue paint. I can't remember if it was emulsion or silk paint. It looked pretty funny, it was quite good. Right, question. We need another question. I'm going to have to make something up here because I've not wrote one down. Oh, question. Or do I just pick someone? I tell you what, I'm going to pick a name. I'm going to pick someone that's totally random. I've got one more t-shirt to give away. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say a word. You've all got to type it. And I'm going to go through all the people that have typed that word after everyone's finished typing it. And then I'm going to pick someone. So bear with me 1 second. I'm going to choose the word. Let me put it in my computer. Let's think. Shall I pick a really, really long-winded word? Or shall I pick something easy? So, my dad's saying pick someone. I am going to pick someone, but I want to get people active in the comments. So, the word will be... Ready? 3, 2, 1. Everyone type this word, and I'm going to pick someone random. Type the word petrol head. That's petrol head. Go. And I'm going to pick someone. The word. Someone's type word. Sophie, David Snipes, Daniel Rooney, Max Cooper, Graham W, Auto Shambles, Flat Cat Garage, Miniman, Elwood Works, Jordan Ballard, and I can't keep up. It's just going chaos. Right, so when everyone types that word, petrol head, I'm going to scroll back in a minute at random. And you can see, because I'll be doing this on the laptop and I'll be looking at you. And when I stop, I'm going to look and I'll read the name. Everyone's come in. Mike Phillips, I think you spelled that wrong, mate. Has everyone done typing? Everyone done? Any more? Like, come on. Right, I think that's everyone done. Typo. Team Slaphead. Right, I'm going to look into this camera now and I'm going to scroll on my laptop just so it's all shuffled up and I don't pick anyone random. My hand is moving, I can tell you now. And you ready? Let's go. The first one I saw... You ready? You ready for the name? Patrick Callahan. You are the winner. Patrick Callahan, you are the winner. So, I don't know if I've seen one of your comments yet, but you've got the choice of the oh shit one or the rush you mean weight reduction. Sadly, they're only in XL sizes. But if you could send me an email to tom@totalcarreviews.com and I will, with your address on, let me know which t-shirt you want and I'll get it posted out to you, so well done on that. Let's see who's coming to the winning side with me. Well, honestly guys, thank you for tuning in. It's great. Rust, he wants a rust. Just make sure you send me that email, Patrick, with your address, just so you're not putting it on here. Oh, I didn't win, I'm too fast. Don't be so hard on yourself, Graham. The beauty is you can hide behind the name on here. You could be Brad Pitt for all I know. Mark sure I can't resemble that remark. Right, so if there's any last questions you want to get in, let me know. Other than that, I'm going to shoot because big plans tomorrow, especially in the garage, things I've got to be doing. So if there's any more questions you want to throw in, I'll spend the next, 5 minutes, potentially a bit less, answering them, and then I will get out the way. When am I doing this again? Really, again? I noticed there's a few less people tuning in this week. There was about 140 last week, and we've averaged about 90 tonight. Next Friday, I suppose I could do it again. When's the next live? So everyone's that. What am I doing tomorrow? I'm going on the Clubman and I'm cutting the heel board out. Next week, is it really this interesting? As I notice people have watched this for some hours now, and well, over an hour. I didn't think people would find it that interesting. Got to do this next week, mate. It's an essential service. Okay. Maybe I'll do it next week. I'll put a poll out on YouTube, and if I get a few answers saying yes, I'll do it. Question, can I have a t-shirt? Max, I can't favouritised people, sadly. It is a random draw, what happens, but hopefully you can win next week. I think I've got a few more that I can... No, I haven't, actually. I got the last of them tonight, so we'll get more. Yes, I like this, Tom. Cheers, Ruben. Thank you. Got to do this next week. Cheers for a decent chat. I'm enjoying these and I'm up for another. Thanks, Graham. Really appreciate that. I didn't get a notification. I don't know why people didn't get a notification. Have you clicked the bell icon? And what I will say is if any of people out of these 74 are watching right now, make sure you're subscribed, please. How much would you recommend the £24 torque wrench from Screwfix? Wow, that's an old video. I would highly recommend it because I've used it all of 3 times and it's worked every single time. And this, in fact, you've got me onto a topic now, which I appreciate that. The tool thing, right, so let's say you want a job doing on your car. Let's say you want the pads and discs doing and you need a brake puller to wind the back tools out, the back calipers out, and somebody quotes you 200 quid to do the pads and discs in your car. You go to Euro Car Parts and you can buy those pads and discs for, I don't know, 60 quid, and you can buy the tool to do it for 50 quid. They charge you 180, so you've got a £70 leeway in there, and you think, I'll buy the tool, I'll have a go at it. You conquer that job, you absolutely nail it, but then guess what? You've got the tool to do it next time. So that's my mentality, is if I can have a go at myself, obviously consult YouTube, consult people you know, get it checked by a professional. But if you can do it, in that price, you've bought the tool, you're better off, you've got the job done, and you've got a tool. What else am I saying? Lads, I'll be back next week. Cheers, Nate. I got a notification, but was in the garage working on the Mini, so I missed the start. It's okay, mate, because this video will be uploaded tomorrow around dinner time, and you can watch it all again if you really want to. Looking forward for next week. Something to get me through the week. Really well. Well, thank you. I just obviously keep the questions flying in, because one thing we find on live streams, and especially me, is silence is a bad thing. So the second I just go, it instantly becomes boring. So as long as I can keep these lips moving and spouting these phrases, we'll keep it interesting. Also, what does everyone think of this non-copyright song? Yeah, I am playing non-copyright music because the YouTube police will demonetize this video, and all of that £2.48 that I will make from this will just go down the drain. Good night, mate. Mike, thank you. See you later. Stay safe. Sent you a pic of a nice brown club I met on Instagram. Is it by Chris Moss? Because if it is, I know that guy, and it is a gorgeous one. Cheers, Tom. Canny night. We'll be tuning in next week. Cheers, David Bulmer. Thank you. Watched every video you've put up. Look forward to next Friday with a few beers. Crazy Craig. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. What do you think about mini pickup, Tom? Ruben, absolutely love mini pickups. Sadly, they're really expensive, and I will consider getting rid of one of mine for a mini pickup, but I want something different than a mini next. What has everyone said? Good live stream, mate, and best of luck with the car and house. Thanks, Elwood Miniworks. Don't forget to send me that email. It's good company, thank you. I look forward to it all week. Do it again, please. Cheers, Daniel. Certainly will. Next week could be fun. I'm getting peed over a works team get together. Well, it could be, so we'll go with that. My battery ran out and I got a charger. Now I'm back with increasingly drunk homebrew. Thanks for a fun chat, and I'll be definitely back next week. Stay safe. Cheers, Graham. Thank you very much. Later, Tom. Great live stream. Thank you. Poor lad died of a heart attack while driving his Jensen Interceptor. Whoa, I don't know what that is. Sounds depressing. Great videos. Thanks from Down Under. Thank you for watching from Down Under. I had no realisation that they would reach that far. Right, so you've got 15 seconds to get any question in now that I'm going to answer, and then I'm going to terminate this live stream. So is everyone ready? Any more questions? You've got 6 seconds now. We'll let it go a bit if anyone's got a last question in. Brilliant. Thanks from Spain. Thank you, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, Max. See you later. Got to go, Tom. Need to give Dave Jag a call. Speak soon. See you later, pal. Stay safe, brother. Thanks for picking us up and bringing us all together when we can't get to the pub, Tom. No problem, because I've got to drink beer. I've got to spend time next to my beloved, and chat to you lovely guys. So see you all next week. See you. Right, great. I'm going in 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll join you all next week for the 3rd lockdown live stream. So I wish you all a very good night. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll be seeing you soon.